Now we're going to look at an algorithm called short division. You know, you're taught long division. So if we have something called long division, that begs the question, well, is there a short division? Haha, it turns out there is. And I never learned this in school. It wasn't until I started teaching this class that I learned this. So this is kind of like doing long division but not writing as much stuff down, which is why it's called short division. But it's really kind of the same process. Now, this trick only works if the divisor is a one-digit number. So that is one little caveat here. It's got to be a one-digit divisor for this to work. Now I'm going to write some stuff down. It's going to look weird. The point of this is you shouldn't have to write all this down. Short division should be, well, short. So this is how you do it. You're going to keep track of the remainders. You go, well, does 6 divide into 2? No. But 6 divides into 28. 6 divides into 28 how many times? It goes in there 4 times. And without writing it down here, 4 times 6 is 24. You'd have a remainder of 4. So I'm going to write it here. 28 divided by 6 is 4 with a remainder of 4. So in short division, what you do is you take the remainder and you stick it here next to the next digit, and you think of that as 43. How many times does 6 go into 43? Well, it goes in there 7 times. 43 divided by 6 is 7. What would the remainder be? 7 remainder 1, right? Because 6 times 7 is 42. So a remainder of 1. So you put the 1 right there. That's a 15. Now how many times does 6 go into 15? It goes in there twice, right? 15 divided by 6 is 2. And what would the remainder be? 3. And that last one you put on the side right there. So this remainder, remember all the stuff at the bottom here that I'm writing, normally you wouldn't write any of this. You're just doing that. So 6 goes into 28 4 times, that'd be 24, remainder of 4. I just did that in my head, right? And then you put the 4 there. 6 goes into 43 7 times, there'd be a remainder of 1. 6 goes into 15 twice with a remainder of 3. That's short division. I guarantee I would have used that in school if somebody had taught it to me in school, but alas, I did not. I didn't learn it till I started teaching this class and making videos for you guys. So let's try the next one. 5 goes into 8 once. 1 times 5 is 5. There's a remainder of 3. 5 goes into 31 6 times. 6 times 5 is 30. That would be a remainder of 1. 5 goes into 14 twice. 2 times 5 is 10. So 14 and 10, that would be a remainder of 4. And then 5 goes into 47 9 times. 9 times 5 is 45. That would be a remainder of 2. And there you go. That's how short division works.